I don't want to mess with too many of the good lifting rocks and logs and stuff like that, because I want in the summer for there to be undisturbed, so there'll be a lot of snakes there, because there's usually a lot of snakes out here. So I really like this area because there's a lot of abandoned houses and stuff like that. Sheet metal, that's perfect for animals. And it is in the middle of winter, so holy shit. It honestly feels like a kind of boa. It looks like a boa too. He's sniffing around. I can't even begin to explain the texture of this snake. It's the softest thing. I don't know how to describe it. It's so bizarre. And its tail ends in a little nub, like it's trying to imitate a worm. And it feels like a worm. What a bizarre snake. Alright, so this is a rubber boa, and to my knowledge this is the first one I'd ever caught. They can grow to a little over 2.5 feet and feed primarily on small mice and other rodents. This particular snake was around 8 inches and looked basically just like a giant worm. It was incredibly docile and it never displayed any kind of aggressive behavior, and it didn't even musk while I was handling it. This snake inhabits a large portion of the northwestern United States and can be found coastally anywhere between San Francisco and Washington, and even as far west as Montana and Wyoming. Unlike most snakes, they are particularly sensitive to hot and dry climates, which is why they are generally found in higher elevations and thrive in wet and foggy coastal forests. The species has a healthy population and isn't threatened in any way, but because it's nocturnal and spends most of its day burrowed in the ground or hiding under logs and rocks, they can go unnoticed and unseen by most people. This place must have a pretty healthy population, as less than an hour later I found another boa more than twice the size of the last. No way. This snake must not be as rare as I thought, because look at this. A much bigger one. I think he might have had an injured tail. It keeps staying wrapped up like that. Oh, nope, there it goes. I was about to call it a day. Look what I just caught. This is a giant Pacific salamander, the largest of any other salamander species in California. Its natural range used to cover all of the Pacific Northwest, but due to deforestation and overall loss of habitat, they have now been separated into 4 different populations that over time have developed unique genetic differences. One group resides in northern Oregon and southern Washington, there's another group in northern California, and there's one other small isolated group that's located somewhere in Idaho. This guy was just short of being a foot long, and while he isn't the largest I've caught, he was definitely good size and a rare find. Just saw some mice under here. They may have just gone, may have just waited way too long. We'll see. This little guy here is a field mouse. I'm not sure what species it is, but his presence definitely explains why I find so many snakes here. I was only able to grab this guy, but there were 2 others underneath this piece of sheet metal. They provide a perfect food source for snakes like the rubber boa, hawks, bobcats, and even coyotes. This location is a really cool example of an ecosystem that is using man-made structures and materials to thrive, and right now it's my favorite place to be looking for animals and explore.